Have you ever felt a sudden chill run down your spine, a shiver that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end, when you hear a story about a creature that shouldn't exist? Tonight, we are stepping into the shadows, venturing into the unknown, and uncovering the secrets of the world's most terrifying cryptids, beings so strange, so horrifying, that they have haunted human imagination for centuries. From the murky swamps of the United States, where the fog hides more than just trees, to the remote, frozen wilderness of Russia, where the forests whisper with ancient secrets, these creatures have terrified eyewitnesses, sparked legends, and left scientists puzzled and searching for answers. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to hear is not for the faint of heart. Each story, each sighting, each chilling account is a journey into fear itself, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Imagine eyes glowing in the darkness, claws scraping silently across the walls, wings cutting through the night, and voices that call to you when no one else is around. Tonight, we reveal the truth, or at least the terrifying possibilities, behind 7 of the most infamous cryptids ever reported. So sit back, turn off the lights, and let your imagination run wild, because some of the monsters we are about to encounter may already be closer than you think. 1. The Rake, USA. The Rake is a cryptid that has transcended folklore to become a modern legend, haunting not just forests and swamps, but the very screens and imaginations of people around the world. Though many first encounter the Rake through internet forums, creepypasta stories, and late-night online discussions, the accounts surrounding it are remarkably consistent, lending a terrifying air of credibility to its existence. Described as a humanoid creature, the Rake is pale and emaciated, with skin stretched tight over its skeletal frame, and a hauntingly human-like face that radiates pure terror. Standing between 4 and 5 feet tall, it moves with a slithering, almost unnatural gait, as if gravity itself bends around its eerie presence. Its smooth, grayish skin seems to glimmer faintly under moonlight, giving it a ghostly, inhuman appearance that freezes those who encounter it in place. Sightings of the Rake are unnervingly common in residential areas, particularly under the cover of darkness. Witnesses report seeing the creature peering through windows, crouched silently in corners, or skulking along the edges of yards and alleyways, its glowing eyes filled with malevolent intent. Unlike many other cryptids, the Rake does not attack outright. Instead, it terrorizes its victims psychologically, sometimes slipping silently into bedrooms to watch sleeping humans, leaving behind mysterious scratches on doors, furniture, and walls. These subtle, sinister interactions have cemented the Rake as a uniquely terrifying entity, one that embodies fear in both the physical and mental realms. The origins of the Rake remain shrouded in mystery, fueling endless speculation and debate. Some cryptozoologists suggest that it may be a surviving evolutionary offshoot, a relic of a long-forgotten species that has managed to exist undetected in the shadows of human civilization. Others propose far stranger explanations, arguing that the Rake might be an interdimensional entity, briefly crossing into our reality before vanishing again, leaving only terror in its wake. Regardless of its true nature, the chilling consistency of reports, combined with the psychological horror it invokes, has solidified the Rake as one of the most enigmatic and haunting figures in modern cryptid lore, a shadow that lurks just beyond the edge of perception, waiting to remind us that some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. 2. Lizard Man, Scape or Swamp, South Carolina, USA. Deep within the shadowy wetlands of South Carolina lies a creature that has haunted the region for decades, the Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp, also known as the Bishopville Lizard Man. This legendary cryptid has become a source of fear, fascination, and endless speculation since its rise to fame in the late 1980s. Standing over 7 feet tall, with green, scaly skin that glistens like wet moss under the moonlight, glowing red eyes that pierce through the darkness, and razor-sharp claws capable of slicing through metal, the Lizard Man is a vision of pure terror. Locals and cryptid enthusiasts alike have long been captivated by this reptilian humanoid, whose presence transforms the quiet, misty swamps into landscapes of suspense and dread. The first widely publicized encounter occurred in 1988 when a man named Christopher Davis claimed his car had been mysteriously damaged by an unknown creature. Investigating the incident, Davis reported seeing a massive, 7-foot-tall humanoid emerge from the swamp, its scaly skin shimmering and its eyes glowing with an unearthly light, before it vanished into the thick, murky waters. Following this incident, Countless other eyewitnesses have shared spine-chilling accounts of the lizard man stalking the swamp, appearing suddenly at the edges of campsites, startling hikers, or letting out unearthly screeches in the dead of night that echo across the marshlands, sending shivers down the spine of anyone within earshot. Over the years, some researchers have even drawn a fascinating, if controversial, connection between the lizard man and the so-called UFO reptilians, suggesting that these swamp sightings could be related to extraterrestrial reptilian beings reported in other parts of the world. Could the lizard man be not just a surviving prehistoric creature, but part of a larger network of unknown reptilian entities, perhaps with links to alien phenomena? While such theories are hotly debated, they add another layer of mystery and fear to an already chilling legend. The origins of the lizard man remain a topic of heated debate among cryptozoologists. Some theorize that it could be a surviving species of dinosaur or prehistoric reptile, an evolutionary remnant that somehow eluded extinction and continues to thrive in isolation. Skeptics, on the other hand, argue that sightings may be exaggerated encounters with known wildlife, or even elaborate hoaxes fueled by local legend and imagination. Yet, despite these debates, the sheer consistency of eyewitness reports, combined with vivid, detailed descriptions of its terrifying appearance, ensures that the legend of the lizard man endures. Today, it stands as an enduring symbol of the unknown lurking in America's quiet swamps, a reminder that some corners of our world remain wild, mysterious, and perhaps not entirely safe. Free, Siren, Russia. Siren is one of the most fascinating and mysterious creatures to emerge from Russian folklore, a mythical bird that blurs the line between human and animal in the most haunting way. Legend describes Siren as having the face and chest of a stunningly beautiful woman. While the rest of her body resembles that of a large owl, her wings stretching wide enough to cast shadows that chill the bravest of hearts. This creature, often whispered about in Slavic tales, is said to lure humans with a voice of unparalleled beauty, a song so enchanting that anyone who hears it becomes hypnotized, unable to resist following it into the dense forests. Those unfortunate enough to heed its call are said to vanish without a trace, swallowed by the wilderness, leaving only a lingering echo of the siren's eerie melody behind. Siren sightings have been recorded in Russia for centuries, with some of the earliest accounts dating as far back as the 15th century. Local villagers often speak of spotting the creature at twilight, perching silently on the tallest branches of ancient trees, her glowing eyes radiating a strange, almost supernatural intelligence. The bird's presence is always accompanied by a sense of foreboding, as if the forest itself warns the observer of the danger in approaching. Scholars and cryptid enthusiasts alike have long debated whether Siren is a literal being, an unknown species that has evaded scientific discovery, or a symbolic creature meant to teach lessons of caution and respect for nature's mysteries. Theories about the Siren are as varied as they are intriguing. Some cryptozoologists suggest that it could be an undiscovered species of bird, perhaps a distant relative of the raptor, possessing intelligence and physical features unlike anything known to modern science. Others argue that sightings may be hallucinations induced by the unique atmosphere of the Russian forests, where fog, shadows, and the twilight hour create illusions that fool even the most grounded observers. More esoteric theories claim Siren may be a supernatural entity, an interdimensional being that drifts between reality and myth. Her songs carrying more than mere sound, but a subtle enchantment that bends the mind of those who listen. Regardless of whether the Siren exists in flesh and feathers or only in the imagination, her legend continues to haunt the Russian wilderness. She embodies a chilling duality, breathtaking beauty intertwined with deadly danger, a reminder that not all that captivates the eye is meant to be followed. In the quiet of the forest, when the wind rustles through the branches and the last light of day fades, one can almost hear her song, a spectral melody warning the daring or the foolish that some mysteries are better left undisturbed. 4. Jumbie Bird, Caribbean Islands. The Jumbie bird is one of the most mysterious and fearsome creatures rooted deeply in Caribbean folklore, particularly across the islands of Trinidad, Jamaica, and Barbados. Unlike ordinary birds, the Jumbie bird is said to be a harbinger of death, a spectral entity that appears when someone's time on Earth is nearing its end. Locals describe it as unnaturally large, with wings so expansive they cast long, ominous shadows across the night. Its eyes, glowing and piercing, seem to look straight into the soul, while its feathers shimmer with an eerie, otherworldly light that flickers like the faint glow of fireflies in the darkness, creating a vision both mesmerizing and terrifying. Throughout Caribbean history, villagers have whispered about hearing the haunting cries of the Jumbie bird echoing through the night. These mournful calls are believed to foretell tragedy, sending shivers of fear and dread through entire communities. The cries are said to be so unsettling that those who hear them cannot sleep, haunted by the knowledge that death may be near. Some traditions even claim that the Jumbie bird is not merely an ominous omen but a vessel for restless spirits, transformed into a creature capable of roaming between the mortal world and the realm of the afterlife, carrying messages from beyond or seeking lost souls. Cryptozoologists and anthropologists have long debated the origins of the Jumbie bird. Some suggest they could be inspired by rare nocturnal birds with unusual calls or strange appearances, whose presence in isolated islands sparked legends among early settlers and indigenous peoples. Others argue that the Jumbie bird is a symbolic representation of fear itself, a cultural embodiment of the respect and caution Caribbean communities hold for the natural and spiritual worlds. Regardless of whether it exists as a flesh and feathered creature or purely as a myth born from superstition, the Jumbie bird continues to glide silently through Caribbean folklore. Its story endures as a terrifying omen of mortality, a chilling reminder that the night may conceal more than just darkness. 5. Bat Squatch, Washington, USA. Deep within the shadowy forests of Washington state, a creature known as a bat squatch has terrorized hikers, campers, and locals for decades, earning a notorious reputation among cryptid enthusiasts. This terrifying entity is a nightmarish fusion of bat and ape, towering at an estimated 8 feet tall, with leathery, membranous wings stretching wide enough to cloak entire clearings in darkness. Its hands end in razor-sharp claws, while its glowing eyes pierce the dense night, scanning for movement with an intelligence that seems almost human. Unlike many other cryptids that remain bound to the ground, the bat squatch is believed to have the ability to fly, silently swooping through the forest canopy, stalking at prey with an unnerving precision that leaves witnesses frozen in fear. The legend of the bat squatch first captured public attention in 1969, when a hiker reported seeing a massive, winged humanoid gliding effortlessly between the towering evergreens. Since then, numerous eyewitnesses have shared spine-chilling accounts of seeing a shadowy figure with bat-like wings soaring above treetops or silently descending to investigate campsites. Its eerie, blood-curdling cries are said to echo through the forest, sending waves of panic and disbelief through anyone unlucky enough to hear them. Many report that the sound is a chilling mixture of screeches, growls, and otherworldly noises, leaving an impression that lingers long after the encounter. Cryptozoologists have proposed a variety of theories about the bat squatch's origin. Some suggest it could be a surviving species of giant bat, a relic from prehistoric times that somehow evaded extinction, while others believe it might be a previously unknown flying primate, representing a branch of evolution humanity has yet to document. Skeptics argue that sightings may be misidentifications of known wildlife, amplified by fear and the imagination in the solitude of dense forests. Yet, the frequency and consistency of the reports, combined with the vivid, terrifying descriptions, ensure that the legend remains alive. The bat squatch endures as one of the most chilling cryptids in America, a shadowy reminder that some parts of our world remain untamed, mysterious, and filled with horrors just beyond the reach of light. 6. Brosno Dragon, Russia. The Brosno Dragon is a lake monster said to inhabit Lake Brosno in western Russia. Reports describe it as a serpentine creature, stretching over 20 feet in length, with a dragon-like head and terrifying eyes that glint beneath the water's surface. Locals claim that the creature surfaces occasionally, leaving massive wakes and terrifying anyone unlucky enough to witness it. Legends about the Brosno Dragon date back centuries, with historical documents and eyewitness accounts describing attacks on livestock and unexplained disturbances on the lake's surface. Some theories suggest that the creature could be a surviving species of ancient marine reptile, while skeptics believe it is a product of folklore and imagination, perhaps inspired by the lake's natural phenomena. Despite the skepticism, multiple modern sightings have been reported, some captured on video or photograph, showing strange ripples and movements beneath the water. The Brosno Dragon continues to captivate cryptid enthusiasts worldwide, representing the mysteries that still dwell in O's remote lakes and the stories we tell to explain the unexplainable. 7. Piasa Bird, Mississippi, USA. The Piasa bird is a legendary creature from Native American folklore, said to inhabit the cliffs along the Mississippi River. Its name translates roughly to the bird that devours men, and for centuries it has been a symbol of fear and respect among the indigenous peoples of the region. Depictions of the Piasa bird show a monstrous, dragon-like figure with wings, claws, and a fearsome face. The legend of the Piasa bird began long before European settlers arrived, with a creature said to have terrorized local villages, swooping down from the cliffs to snatch people or livestock. Accounts describe the bird as intelligent, almost cunning, with the ability to disappear into the forests or skies, only to reappear when least expected. Archaeologists have studied the Piasa bird murals etched into cliffs, trying to determine whether they represent real sightings, symbolic stories, or a combination of both. Some cryptozoologists theorize that the bird may have been inspired by prehistoric giant birds, while others see it as a myth designed to instill caution and respect for nature. Regardless of its origins, the Piasa bird remains one of North America's most iconic and terrifying cryptids, a reminder that some legends refuse to die. From the haunting forests of Washington to the mysterious swamps of South Carolina, these cryptids remind us that the world is far stranger than we can imagine. Whether real or imagined, the rake, lizard man, siren, jumbie bird, bat squatch, Brosno dragon, and Piasa bird all share one thing in common. They ignite fear, wonder, and curiosity in the hearts of those who dare to seek them out. As we continue to explore the unknown, these creatures serve as a chilling reminder that the shadows may hold secrets humanity has yet to uncover. So next time you hear a strange noise in the night or see movement in the corner of your eye, remember, the world is full of mysteries, and some of them may be watching you right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because this is only the beginning of the journey into the unknown.